Otterbein head coach Monica McDonald and Kristen Bennett, a junior outside hitter. And Coach McDonald, wonder if you could just talk a little bit about the match, how it went, how it progressed, and perhaps how Hope kind of got the momentum and kept it.
I think this is the third big match in a row that we've started off slow. I'm not really sure, the reasoning for that. We've tried to do some things differently, maybe to keep that from happening. But regardless, I think my team was down, 8 to 10 points in game one and 8 to 10 points in game two, and fought right back, to keep those matches close. And for that, I'm proud of them. We said the execution wasn't necessarily there, but the effort was there for the entire three games.
Just talking to Kristen Bennett here. What was it like playing in the NCAA tournament? I know you were here last year and had another shot. What was the momentum, mindset, whatever, of your team coming in here today?
Obviously, we were really excited to have this opportunity once again, because there's a lot of college teams out there that never get a chance to play in the NCAA tournament. Last year, I think we came in and we were a little bit timid and scared. This year, a lot of us have played in the tournament, like you said, so we came out and we honestly played our hearts out, but we weren't just connecting on all cylinders. But we went in there thinking we definitely have a chance to win this game, and we wanted to prove a point. And like Coach said, we were down by a lot and we came back. Now, obviously, next time we hope that when we come back, we take the game. But I think we played pretty well. But obviously, we would have liked to win the match.
Coach McDonald, just talk a little bit about, I guess, the momentum as a whole of your program, going to the NCAAs now a couple of years in a row, and taking Otterbein, perhaps places where it hasn't gone, and maybe trying to take it to the next step in the coming years. Talk about that.
Unfortunately, I think it's baby steps, and as much as I would like to take a giant leap forward at any given point in time, I think that, the good to great leap is a really hard one to make, and I think that we definitely came out and, represented Otterbein, a lot stronger this year than we did last year. Proved that we kind of deserve to be here. Even though we played Calvin and, the defending national champs, last year in the tournament, they kind of wiped the floor with us, and that did not happen tonight. I think Hope is an equally strong program in terms of tradition and all of that, and like I said, I think it's just baby steps. We've taken a lot of strides. It's because of the great kids that I have and the hard work and the dedication they put in, and hopefully next year we'll take another step.
One more question here for both of you. You could both answer it, but can you talk a little bit about what Hope brought to the table here tonight? I mean, they came out with some energy and that type of thing. I mean, what were they doing to present challenges for your team?
A lot of times as a coach, we just talk about limiting runs, and that is what they did. Anytime we put a couple points together, even though we were able to come back in instances, it seemed like just when we were gaining the momentum, they were able to stop that. And when they had the momentum, a lot of times we just weren't able to stop it, and they just, when they got on a roll, they continued to keep that momentum. So I think that's the biggest thing that they brought. They brought some consistency. They're a young team, but they've also, obviously got some great leadership, and I think it showed in that game.
You definitely have to give a lot of credit to them, because they did. They came in here and played really well, and I think things that we normally do and score on weren't really working for us so well, so I don't know if that got in our heads and made us a little bit more nervous and more timid during the game than we usually are. But you definitely have to give credit to them, because they went out there and they played their hearts out, and they ended up winning the match, so good job to them.
This isn't exactly Hope's home court, but they did have a real long drive, and they played here a few times. Did the crowd have anything, when you started getting farther behind the third game and the final game?
Actually, I was anticipating a lot crazier crowd, so I really don't think that had a whole lot to do with it. I think it may have been a little bit of an edge, the fact that they have played here so often in the past, and they've had a lot of great matches, and with the minor advantages that they might have, but nothing major that I think would swayed the match in their favor by any means.
I mean, as a player, I honestly thrive off of other teams' fans, because I like to shut them down, make them mad, get them irritated a little bit. So I didn't say thrive off of that. So as a player, it didn't bother me at all. I liked it, honestly.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Okay, very good. Thank you.
Thank you.